Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We received word on our first update when it comes to roster sharing, as my man Clappy, the community manager for EA NHL, tweeted out and confirmed that roster sharing will be coming December 9th. So I wanted to give my thoughts on it, how it's going to work, everything like that, as well as talk about my franchise mode series that I do every year. If you've been following my channel for the last couple of years, I did one in NHL 20 for the Buffalo Sabres, ran about 30 episodes of about an hour long. I love doing it. I usually do one a year, just focus on it. Last year we did the Ottawa Senators, and it was pretty sweet as well. We actually had some real life Belleville Senator players like Igor Sokolov like DM me saying that he was watching it. It was just wild. It's really fun. I love franchise mode. I've been playing this game since I was basically 5 years old. Franchise mode is at the heart of all NHL. So I love it, and we're going to do it again this year. So guys, what I want to know in the comment section, give me a team that is rebuilding that you think that I should do. Now, I also need to talk about rosters in general and how I'm planning to handle the new roster sharing being added to NHL. So if you follow my man Tugi on YouTube or Twitch or Twitter, you know that he is the franchise mode guru right now. He spends probably hundreds of hours editing the EA rosters to make it as identical to the real thing and realistic as he possibly can. Now, obviously, everyone is subjective. It's overalls and opinion based, but for the most part, what he does is go and look at the last 3 years of every single player. I'm talking OHL, all the players in the CHL, US players, guys in the European leagues, make sure all their contracts are correct, all of that. He makes sure that the creative players for the next 2 draft classes are in there. He is going to be easily the most downloaded roster on all of the consoles when his get put out there. So I want to mention him and give him a shout out because he just does phenomenal work. So I will be using his rosters. So they are going to be extremely thorough and really realistic. So with that being said, what would you guys want to see in what team? Part of me wants to just do the Sharks. Usually the Sharks are good enough where they're kind of too good, and I don't like doing that. But the last couple seasons, they've gotten worse and worse. And I think now might be the time with Eklund and some of the other, Benjamin Goudreau, all those guys. They actually have a decent prospect pool. So maybe I do a rebuild of the Sharks. I don't want to do the Sabres or the Senators. Maybe the Coyotes. I don't want to do the Canadians because, hey, the rivalry between me and the Canadians fans in this community is unmatched, and I don't want to do the Canadians. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's really the main purpose of this video. I want to know. So what's going to happen, guys, is on December 9th, they're going to press go, and in the roster sharing section of NHL, you are going to have an option to look at community rosters that you can download and implement in the game. Is it going to go smoothly? Probably not, but hey, if it does, let's pretend you're going to be off and running. And like I said, follow me on Twitter because I'll make sure that I'm tweeting out all of Tugi's rosters and the ones that I want to focus on. There's also a guy by the name of Snipe and Score who does vintage rosters, like 2007, full 700 players all edited and created to mimic that year's players. So there is going to be just a ton of creativity from the community. I can't wait. It is going to be a lot of fun. The one thing I do want to mention, guys, is that it does look like roster sharing is not cross-console, because why would anything from EA be cross-console? So if you have a roster that you've created on PS4 or PS5, it does not look like they are going to be able to be downloaded by players that are not on that console. So I want to make sure that is just gotten out there. I don't know why, but hey, here we are. At least we got roster sharing. I'm kind of stunned that it happens. Another question that I'm going to get in the comments that I know is, when does the HUT gen jump happen? And what I mean by that is that PlayStation 4 or Xbox One players, it was announced at the launch of the game that in December, you'll be able to take your HUT team and transfer it to the new console. How that is going to work is the base level. They haven't really touched on it at all, and this one, I really don't see how it's going to go smoothly. But just so you guys know and kind of a refresher on it, all of the players that you have in your lineup on PlayStation, so you want to make sure you have the correct lineup. So let's say PS4, you got your main best players in your lineup. Those will be transferred to the new console, and you'll have that as your team. Then your collection, they will take, a representation of coins and packs based on what they deem to be your collection being worth. And then they will move that to the new console. So it's going to be a mess, guys. I don't see how it goes smoothly, but hey, maybe they'll surprise us. I really didn't think roster sharing was going to come out on time, and December 9th, here we are. Roster sharing is a go. I'll also be posting any updates, guys, if there are errors or things that you guys need to know about franchise mode, whether it be like some glitches, like extensions not working or stuff like that. So just make sure you follow the channel, subscribe to it, and when we start up our franchise mode series, I will show you guys the master class, the things that you want to focus on to make sure that your franchise is is run in tip-top shape. But guys, just a quick video today on the roster sharing and the Gen Jump that is coming in December. I'm super excited for you guys to get your hands on it. I'm really excited for roster sharing. I cannot wait. I've been waiting to do my franchise mode all season long, and I've been waiting for this moment so I can get Tuki's rosters in there. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week for franchise mode when I start it. And again, comment down below what franchise do you think I should run this season. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you next time.